awesome, man.
You're a big inspiration to me, Joe.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come train or anything like that. So.
Thank you, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Be good, my man. Keep up the great work.
Ariel Helwani in Anaheim, California, alongside Alex Caceres, who looked great tonight in defeating Cole Escovedo via unanimous decision. And Alex, good to see you again. You said you wanted a piece. What's going on? Did I upset you? Did I bother you?
No, I'm just joking around. You know, I like messing with you.
Well, congratulations. You just got props from the UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Jones. That's got to feel pretty good, right?
It does. I mean, I definitely took a lot of inspiration from him, seeing his fights, seeing how creative he is, seeing how relaxed and calm he is, you know. So I definitely took a page out of his book and incorporated it into my training as well as my preparation for this fight. I wanted to stay calm, and he was a big inspiration on doing that.
So where did this guy come from? I mean, in the UFC thus far, you have never looked that good, never looked that dominant. You seem so calm, poised out there. Where did this guy come from?
Well, I have to say, man, he was always in me. But, you know, the first couple times fighting in the UFC, it's very surreal because, man, I used to dream when I was 14. I'm like, man, when I'm 25, I'll be fighting in the UFC. I got to the Ultimate Fighter show at like the age 20, turned 21 on the show, you know. So that just like kind of like I was living in a dream, you know. I kind of didn't believe it. So I was there a little bit too early. The nerves would always get to me. So much, the crowd felt like bass inside of my body. You know, it was too incredible. So the nerves I would fight the first round like it was the third. I would come out guns blazing for no reason when I knew that I should stay calm. And that's what I did in this fight. You know, I tried to stay as calm as possible and keep my resolve because I knew I had it in me, but it was whether I let him out or not.
Interestingly enough, there was a lot of pressure on you in this fight because you had lost 2 in a row. So how did you stay calm while also in the back of your mind try to look good so you don't lose your job?
Well, I take these words from my coach, who was my former wrestling partner in high school, Enrico Coco. He used to always tell me, when we feel the worst, we perform the best. So even though I did have all that pressure riding on me, I knew that if I didn't stay calm, that pressure would have broke me. So it was either, you know, let the pressure take over or say, forget the pressure and let's just, you know, let's spar, man. Let's just spar.
Why did you decide to move down to bantamweight?
Well, I didn't really decide. They came to me with the next bout sheet and it said 135. So it was kind of like if I wanted to stay in the UFC, I had to make the weight. So I did everything in my power to do so. I switched up my diet into a lot of organic food, still ate meat, still ate all that good stuff. But switching my diet incredibly helped me drop all this weight. I actually made 135 easier than the 145 cut. So it wasn't a problem, you know, and it wasn't my decision. I'm glad that it was pushed on me in a way because it kind of let me know, like, hey, I can do this.
Did you do anything in training differently for this fight that allowed you to look so good out there?
I definitely worked on my conditioning a hell of a lot more. I worked on my ground game and jiu-jitsu a lot more, but the striking, I kept it coasting. I knew my striking was good, so just doing the conditioning, the wrestling, and the jiu-jitsu made me much more confident and comfortable that if it went to the ground, I wouldn't panic. So I don't know, it was easier for me to keep it on the feet that way.
Is there anything that you didn't do that you would have liked to have seen yourself do? Was there something that you were upset about, or was it a perfect performance in your opinion?
Well, none of my performances are perfect. There was a lot of things that I wish I could have done. I felt me fatigued during the third round just a little, and I want to go back and work on that. I don't want to fatigue at all. I mean, I felt great in conditioning-wise, but I still want more, as well as I want to open up a little bit more closing the rounds, you know. But other than that, I felt I did really good.
What do you think of his performance?
I felt he's a tough guy. You know, he took a lot of shots. And, you know, I felt it was a good performance, but I had his timing. I had the timing down, and I knew when he was coming in. I just felt like he couldn't touch me at that point after the first round, you know.
I overheard you talking about Dana White's speech yesterday and how you got emotional when you heard it. Can you tell us a little more about that, and what did he say in particular that really got to you?
Well, it wasn't anything that he said in particular that he doesn't always say. just talking about the bonuses and how not to leave it to the judges, pour your life out because this is what you want to do. This is what we do. We do the best. We're the best at what we do. So it was just every time he was saying all these things, he kept glancing over at me and like making eye contact with me. And I just felt like everything he was saying, he was trying to direct it towards me, like trying to help hype me up. And it kind of did, man. I started to tear a little bit. I got really emotional and I was trying to cover up so my opponent didn't see it. But it really did affect me, man. And it really it gave me that just push over the edge to have that resolve, to get out there and be myself.
And you know he's always had a soft spot in his heart for you. You know that, right?
Yeah. I know I'm one of his favorite fighters, and I felt that when he was talking, he didn't want to see me go. So that's why I think he was directing most of his words to me, because he didn't want to see me go. You know, so I didn't want to let him down. So I I did it for him, and I did it for everybody else that was watching, because I know nobody wants to see me leave the UFC. And so I did it for everybody that wants me to stay, and I'm here to stay.
Well, congrats, Alex. A fantastic performance. Really, you deserve it, and that was really a joy to watch. You showed some great skills, and I think you're a true self out there. So congrats, and we look forward to the next one.
Thank you very much.